Alvernia University and Albright College are now both members of the Commonwealth Conference, and the stakes are raised every time the two get together. Two Reading-based rivals met on Saturday at Alvernia's Physical Education Center. Also at stake, a pair of undefeated records. The Albright Lions bringing a 4-0 mark into the PEC, while Alvernia brought a 7-0 record into Saturday's contest.
By double figures.
The Crusaders looked to establish senior center Nick Rivera early, but it was sophomore Brian Nerney here on the putback who scored each of the Crusaders' first 6 points.
Nerney with Alvernia's first 6 points all by himself.
Rivera instead chose to assert himself on the defensive end, here getting his first block of the night on Albright guard Adam Van Zelst. Moments later, Rivera had a similar treatment for Justin Plummer on the low post. He finished the night with 5 blocks. With the Crusaders trailing by a point early, the ball goes down to Rivera, who gets past Shane Irwin for the reverse layup and puts the Crusaders back on top. On the break and facing a 7-point deficit, the Crusaders get it to freshman Matt Schatzman, who buries the 3 from the wing. Rivera would keep the Crusaders close early, here getting past Irwin again for the layup right down the middle.
Gets what he wants.
Later, it's sophomore point guard Tad Gillis who finds Schatzman, who converts underneath and draws the foul. Then, with the Crusaders down 2, and after the near steal by Gillis, Justin Plummer provides us with a piece of video he'd probably never like to see again.
And it goes off of Justin Plummer, out of bounds.
From that point, the Crusaders close the half with 7 straight points, and then here in the second, it's Nerney, strong to the hoop for 2 of his 12 to put the Crusaders up 11.
Nerney with the layup.
Albright then answered with some hot shooting of its own, erasing the 11-point deficit in a matter of moments. Here it's junior Matt Ashcroft from the corner on the inbounds play. He's nothing but net.
Is good by Ashcroft.
Then off a simple screen at the top is going to be junior Zach Schaefer, who cuts the Crusaders' lead to 4 with one of his 4 threes on the evening. After the Lions cut the gap to 2, it's going to be Schatzman from the top. His lob finds Rivera for the dunk, and the Crusader lead is back to 4.
Nice look by Cornell, and Rivera finishes.
But the defense failed to account for Schaefer on this inbounds pass, and he knocked down another 3 to pull within 1. Nerney and sophomore Ryan Ludwig combined to deny the Lions on this attempt.
Knocked away. Irwin.
Alvernia junior Seth Cornell got into the act, drilling this long 3.
Victory.
But Ashcroft on the blow-by capped 5 straight for the Lions. Cornell had the answer this time from the other side, launching his second 3 of the evening.
Looking for an answer. Seth Cornell provides it. Sliced down to
and Rivera continued to pitch in on defense, here with another one of his 5 blocks.
Nick Rivera, absolutely not. 5 shooting last year.
Nursing the 2-point lead, Schaefer dribbled all the way around the Crusader defense and will nail the 3 from the corner right in front of the bench for a 5-point lead.
Zach Schaefer.
The Crusaders were able to put together a run of their own. Here it's Gillis on the and 1, converting to pull the Crusaders within 1. Possession later, it's Rivera on the post, missing on the first attempt, but there to clean up his own, puts it back, and the Crusaders are on top by a point. Gillis will work it to the baseline here and leave the jumper just short, but Rivera with a nifty putback puts the Crusaders up 3. Alvernia then pieced together a pretty good defensive stand, and late in the shot clock, Ashcroft found Van Zelst for his only bucket of the night, a game-tying 3. Back to Rivera go the Crusaders, but this time he'll dump it off to senior guard Charlie Hughes, who cuts inside and scores right up against Irwin. After an exchange of buckets and a stop on the defensive end for the Lions, it's Schaefer nailing the back-breaking 3 in transition. He finished the night with 15. Albright pushed the gap to 5, but the Crusaders answered with 4 straight. Here it's Rivera for 2. He finished with a team-high 23. And later it's going to be Gillis. On the blow-by from the top, he'll kiss it off the glass. He's one of 3 Crusaders to reach a dozen. Ashcroft needed very little time for the answer, here beating the defense down the floor after the Gillis bucket to drop in a layup of his own and establish a new career high. The Crusaders had a shot to tie it, but the Lions defense here makes Cornell look for option number 2 off the screen from Rivera. His 3 is off the mark, and fittingly it's Ashcroft who runs it down in the corner. He's fouled and hits a pair of free throws to finish with a game-high 27.